Hello, I want to talk to you about a highly effective service that produces spectacular, even miraculous results in a very short space of time. This is the Freewinds only Competence and Leadership course, a course which not only am I intimately involved with, but which I supervise personally. What does LRH say about this, and what is this program designed to achieve? In one of the basic flag orders written in 1967, he said, "The whole point then is a competent ship's company, well organized, that can work quick and well as a group." That, of course, can apply to any group, business, family, OT committee, and so forth. One simple sentence, one paragraph, but imagine if you had that out there. In general, that's what we're missing. Typically, students arrive from as many as 8 different nationalities, speaking as many different languages for a single course, and along with that, you get as many different attitudes, ethnic backgrounds, chronic tone levels, acute tone levels, social beingnesses, general individuation, and reluctance to become part of and work as a team. I have found, having put over 2,000 students through this program, that being part of a team is not really the popular thing to do out in society. The popular thing to do there is to be very individuated. Now, here's what happens. All these individuals come in and everybody is an individual. We're not talking about individuation now, we're talking about an individual. And we as Scientologists build that individuality while putting aside the individuation. So students generally come in with all of this going on, and it takes about 36 hours to get them all under one team, and after about 36 hours, you have a real team action going. Every student joining the program comes in at a different level. Some look at this program and think it's kind of tough. Well, as each person comes in, we do some assessments and assign the person the bar or level that person is at. It is a very personalized program. Each individual on the program is brought up from wherever they started across many different activities to a higher level each day without violating the subjects of gradients. Everybody reaches the next level every day. This technology of applying gradients is a very exact technology, and we do apply it exactly on this course. So if you enroll in this program and you're a world-class athlete, you're going to be a better world-class athlete when you leave. If you enroll and you haven't really had a lot of motion in 20 years, by the time you leave, you're going to feel a lot younger. LRH said in his St. Hill Special Briefing course, aging is caused by a lessening ability to confront action. That is all. It's not because the person can't, but he merely ages because he believes that he can't. A person gets as old as he is incapable of confronting energy, whether it's a civilization or an individual or anything else. Well now, the age of the individual is established by his ability to regard action. So what this program does is to increase the individual's confront of motion and action on a gradient scale that he or she can have. It makes tremendous changes. In fact, it works miracles. Students routinely experience a great increase in stamina and physical capability. The program is comprised of several different parts. One is the course, studied in the academy, designed specifically for this program, and which in itself has many drills and practicals that teach you practical things, including leadership and competence. It includes 3 different seminars that tie right into the subject matter being learned on this program. These include the Ethics and Responsibility Seminar and the Leadership Seminar. Then there are numerous additional drills which are specifically designed to increase competence and leadership skills. For example, a leader must be able to imbue his or her team with energy and enthusiasm. We do many drills which challenge that ability and increase it in the individual. Then you do mess work. Now, why mess work? Well, if you can't confront mess, you can't confront life. Here we use LRH data on handling mess and on how to get high-quality, viable products through the handling of mess. This step of the program is done following precise LRH flag orders, the internal policies of the Sea Org, and where LRH laid out the tech to create effective and competent Sea Org members and teams. On this course, you practice putting in order. There is no comparison here to any military-type training. This is an entirely different thing. Here's what LRH says about order and why the subject of order is important. First of all, from the lecture entitled Leadership, he says, "Now leadership is totally the action of bringing order, or it is not leadership." And then this from a lecture of 14 April 1959 entitled Mechanisms of the Mind. "All injury is disorder, all discomfort is disorder, all mysteries and problems and superstitions and maybes and not knowingness, these things are all disorderly things." Thus, by practicing putting in order, it becomes very obvious how one would improve his or her life. And we teach order in a 2-week period like you've never seen it before. It's taught, it's practiced, it's inspected upon, the level is raised, and by the time you finish the program, you not only understand the subject of order, you understand its importance, and you are able to go out and put order into your environment. The drills in this program are entirely unique and were specifically designed for this program. They exist no place else in the world. You've never seen these drills before. You've never done them. Their purpose is to get people handling random particles while remaining in present time and being able to be more in present time handling more particles. When a group first starts the program, it's chaos. But by the time students complete 2 weeks later, it's a 600% increase in ability to handle randomity and handle particles coming at you, and I've seen that across the board, a 600% increase, if not more. In fact, there's an increase in everything we do. Every drill we do is timed. Every practical exercise we do is timed. And students are required to do the drill more efficiently, more professionally, and faster each time. And the fact is, they do. Where students begin and where they end are two totally different universes. What we observe on this program is the ability of individuals to develop into and to start operating as teams, and this ability invariably takes off like a rocket. The program is run at no lower than 4.0 in the tone scale, and this is simply because a leader must be able to imbue his team with enthusiasm. He should be able to generate and create his own enthusiasm at any time so that he can generate that same enthusiasm within the members of his group. That is very much something that is taught and emphasized on the program. LRH states, competence is not a question of one being more clever than another. It is one being more able to do what he is doing than another is. He continues saying, you could say a competent person was more there, but this is really more able to put his attention on what he has his attention on. This is an ability that is very thoroughly drilled on this program. The result uniformly is, as LRH states here, when a person is competent, the world can yell, but it doesn't shake them. To say that people's lives change as a result of the Competence and Leadership course is understating the case considerably. Because when you consider that 92% have radically increased their bridge progress, 96% have dramatically increased production, and 97% now demonstrate expanded dissemination in Scientology action, we're talking about changes of magnitude that ripple out across the dynamics. LRH said, if you want to see a 9-foot-tall OT, look at one who is also competent and knows it. That's what I personally witnessed coming out of this program. And if that's something you want in your life, I highly recommend you come and do it right now. I look forward to seeing you aboard.
First of all, we were here a year ago, me and my husband, and we saw other people doing this program. And it was like, wow, it looks pretty cool, this program, you know?
Coming here, my viewpoint really shifted in terms of the orders of magnitude to do something, the mentality, like the viewpoint behind how to really operate, you know, not at the level that I was operating at, but the level to operate at. You know, it's kind of like the difference between existing scene and ideal scene.
In one sentence, there is before competence and leadership and after competence and leadership. We are not the same.
There's a lot of team drills, things you have to do together to succeed. You can't do it by yourself. You have to have the team.
So the first day that we did it, we were completely disorganized. Like nobody could get into this life raft and people were falling off it, and like everybody was like, people were stepping on other people.
We must have to clean an area, and I told me also that it's clean. And now I discovered the difference between a job, normal job, and a perfect job.
Every day the limits go up 5% or 10%.
In the beginning we thought, well, the schedule is so tight, how can we get things done in this time? That's not possible, it's too tight.
When I went to bed that night, I realized we have to organize this activity.
You get faster and faster and you succeed as a group. And that is a great experience.
We executed that plan and we ended up with 59 seconds to get 26 people into the boat, including people who can't swim, with life vests and all this kind of stuff. But we're getting them in the boat, and so that was one of the best times that they had ever had.
It's about how my viewpoint changed towards the third dynamic and about helping the third dynamic.
This is a huge affinity feeling for the third dynamic. It has gone back into all of us.
2 weeks competence and leadership. I think I doubled my abilities.
There was a very specific point on the program where I felt completely like I had attained separation, you know, like body, me.
And controlling time the way that you control it in the 10 days that you're on the Freewinds. You know, from when you wake up to when you go to sleep and how much you can get done in that time.
You cannot believe all the things you're doing in the same amount of time, and you're not even tired.
After 1 week, 10 days, we thought, well, we're done. There's another 15 minutes until we go on. What do we do with all this time?
It's really case gain. It's really like several intensives of auditing.
It helped me so much being more organized. And then I went to my office, and then I organized my space there. You know, and everything was just flowing perfectly.
I was individuated to some degree. And now I know that I'm not going to be like that anymore. I'm going to be part of it. And I also feel that I can make a difference.
I got really caught on helping my ideal work and helping all those different campaigns.
To start a project which will influence the whole country. Before the program, I wouldn't start that. And now it's like, okay, the whole country, fine. We do this one this weekend and the next country next weekend.
To be able to have the opportunity to do it on the ship, on the Freewinds, which in itself is a model org, run by model executives, commanded by a model team, exactly the way LRH wanted it. You know, in there is the absolute value for me of the course.
And because of it, our stats, both personally and in my company, have, just continued to increase and hit highest ever and highest ever and highest ever.
Within a year of coming back from that course, we had achieved 5x, maybe even 10x of what we would do in a normal year.
My confront level raised, so things in session that I have to confront, it speeded up, so sessions go faster.
I got promoted to a higher position internally inside my company, so it was amazing. Everything was just turning around for my benefit.
Now we send some guys from our company to do this, because then the company is going to expand and they're going to do much better on their jobs.
And we are thinking about the whole country, and we already started to expand to our neighbor country with the Way to Happiness activities. So in the terms of volume of people we are going to reach, we expanded probably 100 times.
If I get like the whole field in Denmark to do this program, we are going to change Denmark for sure.
My study went faster, my production goes faster, everything speeded up.
So for everybody who has somehow the feeling he hasn't had enough time in life, this is the program to do.
People can see that you're more productive. They don't know what you have. what is it about you? You know, they'll ask you, what, you have something different, you know. It's the Freewinds, man. Competence and leadership.